Hello everybody and welcome to Food Wars, the 5th Plate, episode 11 anime review, an episode that I think all things considered I actually really enjoyed, and for the first time, probably the first time in this series, this season at least, the result is actually kind of up in the air. I genuinely think either of them could win this, especially because this isn't the final as well. It could actually go either way, which is actually pretty exciting, I think. Like, I've crapped on this series this season, I should say, should be specific, a lot, and I think it's deserved it, but this episode was alright, I thought. I thought it was, comparatively, I think it was quite good. But anyway, let's just get into the episode, see exactly how everything went down, and do this thing. So we start at an airport with Hisako and Alice. They're getting on a plane. Where are they flying to? We find out in a few minutes actually that it's the Blue they're flying to, but we don't know that right now. Spoiler, I guess, for the future. Hayama and Kurokiba are also watching a shipyard for something. I don't think they actually ever say what they're doing, but I'm presuming it's something to do with this mystery ingredient, illegal ingredient that Asahi was talking about last week or 2 weeks ago, whenever that was. I presume it's something to do with that. Back to the thing. Soma's got an idea for what he's going to do. Basically, he's going to make 5 full dishes and then combine them. So, pretty insane task. And everyone says that's insanity. So at least they make it out like what he's doing is, insane. Like, Asahi's got cross knives, but Soma's having to do everything one by one, basically. He doesn't have that superpower, so he's got it even harder, it seems. This is... Basically, he says, like, I have to do something no one else would try to even stand a chance of beating you. And it's like, well, fair enough. No one would try and make 5 dishes in the time allotted to make 1. So, it's a bold strategy, but will it pay off? That's the question. If he succeeds, he might be able to win. Everyone's saying that, so that's a good thing. He gets to work doing everything at once. It's pretty cool. One mistake and it's all over, though. Like, it would ruin everything if he makes 1 mistake in this mental situation he's got going. Would have liked to see a little bit more of the prep, but we saw a little bit of it, so that's more than we've seen mostly, so I will take that as a win. Alice and Hisako show up to watch the match with Erina. Should probably say also that Grandpapa is there as well now, so they all show up to watch. Who did they bring with them? They brought Azami with them. I think that's his name, Azami. I think I got his name right. Soma's dad. He's there, and then he's watching because they're like, you were trying to save everyone too, and I'm like, don't make him light, don't make him have a redemption arc. He was a bad guy, but no, I guess it makes sense. It's like he was trying to save Erina and Mana and everyone, so he's not too bad. But now they're watching Soma. Well, I mean, either Soma or Asahi could probably make the save at this point. I think it's fair to say. Asahi finishes his dish first, but is exhausted from the overuse of cross knives. Soma also finishes just in time and is beyond exhausted. He's practically falling apart at this point, but he made it, and that's the important thing. The judges are the same ones from the team Shokugeki, and they have the hots for Asahi, so I'm sure they will definitely 100% be unbiased. Probably should have sorted that out better. They say they will, but they might not. You don't have that. You don't know that. His dish's aroma makes them take his first, which is weird because I thought he finished first. Surely he should go first. It's pie, except it's not pie. It's got like a basti or something. They go through how he made it and everything. Mana has some as well. Obviously, it's delicious. I don't need to tell you that at this late stage of the game. They go through his whole dish, how he did it. They say that this shouldn't work, but it's perfect harmony. He's absolutely 100% completed the objective, so good stuff there. Mana's gifting shows up, and if you don't remember what the gifting was, it's the thing where it makes everyone's clothes fly off. So it was pretty damn good, is the gist of it. And so Asahi is all very confident. He's like, well, look what I've done. I've made a gifting happen. Which then begs the question, how do you get the gifting? Is it because one of them probably married into the family, right? Either Azami or Mana. So why do they both have it? Because surely it's a blood thing. And if you marry in, it's not a blood thing. Oh, the camera just went off there. It's fine. So, So that's confusing, not too sure what that's about. If I'm being completely honest, The judges don't even want to try Soma's because they've basically accepted there's no way that he can make anything half as good as this. Soma though, Soma made fried rice, which in typical Soma fashion, everyone is just like, what? I think you need to try a bit better there, man. This is a serious business right now. But Asahi starts taunting, but then he's like, wait a minute, something's off about that rice. Something doesn't make quite so much sense here. Something's wrong. And something is wrong. After one bite, the judges start shoveling it down. They can't stop eating and everything. His is delicious too, go figure. Go through how his is made. It works. I'm not going to go through the specifics of it because I don't know food terminology very well. And I feel like I'd be doing a disservice to this thing. You can make this dish yourself that Soma made. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe that'd be a good show. Should I do that? Food Wars food in real life. Some of these would be insanity, and I think I would actually be kind of fun. But I don't have a big enough kitchen. Is the gist of it. They say a good line. It's like, if Asahi is the hero of this story, then Soma is the Demon King. And I'm like, yeah, Demon Kings are way cooler. It must be generic old hero when you can be Demon King with portal magic or whatever it was he had. It was cool. And then everyone's like, that's our Soma-kun, he did it, he's gonna save the day. But does he save the day though? That's the question, because at this point, I mean throughout the rest of the episode, who knows how this is going, to be quite honest. Kurokiba and Hayama, they reminisce on the time that Soma just kept fighting all the third years, kept losing, but he kept on fighting. And then they go to deal with something, again, presumably, it's the illegal ingredient. We don't actually see it though. Presumably they're just going to go all gangster and just start beating people up, which, fair enough. Or they could beat them all in food battles, but I think it's more fun to imagine they just beat up a bunch of innocent dock workers. Probably not, they probably work for Noir, but you get what I'm saying. We're gonna leave the blue to our head honcho, which is Soma. He's the head honcho because he's the number one. Mana also tastes Soma's dish. They all think it's delicious, obviously. His dish can barely be smelt, which is what Asahi figured was off about it. Basically, this dish is sort of like a stealth punch, right? It's like, oh, it's just pretty bland and generic. And you take a bite and it's like, poor, all at once it hits you. And they go through all that as well. He learnt this from one of his mum's failed dishes. And I was like, that's nice. Fried rice was actually the dish that the first dish his mum taught him how to make. So it's very, although we've not really seen much of his mum outside of this season, it is still a nice thing. It's like, it's full circle almost. I like it. I like that a lot. What else? He knows the taste of failure, which is something that Asahi has never had, and the taste of failure can be hell of a motivator, it turns out. It's like, hey, if you never failed, you don't know how to deal with it. But if you have failed, you can learn from it and grow and all that. That sort of stuff. Asahi says, like, I don't need that because I'm a winner, damn it. Winners don't need the taste of failure to win. That's just what we do. And it's like, Asahi, I hate you. Like, go away, you dumbass. More gifting shows up, which means that the Mana Nakiri has put it on the same level as Asahi's, basically. And they're like, who's the winner going to be? I'm like, I wonder who it's going to... Oh, they're going to end it here, aren't they? And then they did, and I was really annoyed. I was like, that was honestly quite tense. I want to know who wins, So yeah, I enjoyed this episode, believe it or not. There was not too much bollocks going on. I mean, yes, the gifting is silly, but it's established silly, and it doesn't interfere too much. It doesn't, affect the actual cooking itself. I don't really mind the gifting, me. The stupid Noir superpowers is the thing I have the problem with. Not even the superpowers, just the stupid methods of cooking. And Asahi's cross knives is definitely one of them. But yeah, no, I enjoyed this episode, I think. Mainly probably because it focused on Soma more than, Asahi and the superpowers. But yeah, I liked the callback to, his mum and everything. I thought this was one of the better episodes this season. Maybe that's just me though. I liked the first episode at the beach, that was quite good. That actually set things off on quite a nice note. What happened? What happened, guys? Anyway, let's get to my favourite part of the episode. So my favourite part of the episode is, to put it in very, not blunt, not precise, what's the word? Broad terms is the word I'm looking for. It's just Soma's comeback, like how everything seemed to be coming up Asahi, there was no way he was going to lose, and then Soma's wabam, hit you like that. It's game ain't over yet, son. Really good. Liked it a lot. Like that he can come back out of nowhere, and also the fact that it was based around it. His mum's first dish she taught him. That was a nice touch as well. It was it was good because the dish was like, it had things, the dish was important because it had things from his past, and I like it when they work things in the past into the present, if that makes any sense. It could just be me chatting bollocks, but I think it works quite well. Also, the rest of the cast just showing up like randomly, it's probably one of my favorite things about this arc, which isn't saying a lot. It's just like, oh, there's another member of the cast. Oh, look, they're conveniently here as well. Oh, look at these ones. They're conveniently just showed up, you know? It's like, none of these people need to be here, but they all just show up. Oh, is the whole cast there at this point? Who's not there? I think they're all there. I got all the main ones at least, or at least all have put in an appearance, even if they're not at the Blue proper. Which is, you know, fine. Pretty weird. Doesn't need... It shouldn't have been, but whatever. It's fine. I like it enough, I guess. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider subscribing and stuff for more reviews. That would help me out a lot. I will see you next week for, I believe, the season finale. I think this is only 12, so I think we're wrapping this up next week, which is mental. So I'll see you then. Take care, and bye guys.